Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Age of Wonders Planetfall, which hopefully will actually go live some short amount of time after I upload it today, instead of yesterday, when it took 14 hours for some reason. Age of Wonders was actually the first thing I recorded and uploaded yesterday, but it took forever to process. I don't know what's going on YouTube's back end. Sorry, this is behind the scenes stuff, probably not actually interesting to people, just frustrating for me over here. So I've been digging through the UI, trying to figure out what our path forward is if we want to have a good reputation. We're looking here at Sashimoto's opinion of us, which is affected by a bunch of nonsense. Basically, I think what happened here is she dislikes kleptomaniacs, and that meant that her opinion of us was very negative. We would have had to invest a lot of influence in countering that, or we could have tried to buy off her dislike of us, basically. Unfortunately, the game values that thing at about 500 energy, which is not a price that would have been trivial for us to pay at any point. And then it just spiraled from there. She had a negative opinion of us, then she was like, well, I want to make war. In order to make war, I'm going to have to generate a fake Casus Belli because she didn't actually have any good reason to go to war with us. All that's a bummer, and we may end up at war with her. We can try to fight it off still, and I think we will. We'll go ahead and spend some influence on trying to push her opinion of us up, but it might be too late, given that message that she sent us about war. It really is not... They should not warn you when they're thinking about declaring war on you. That just seems phenomenally stupid. But that's not actually reputation, right? That's just our interpersonal relationship just with this one player. So you can see here, our actual reputation is affected mostly by things that fall off pretty quickly here. A lot of this stuff only has a 10-turn duration. So the only thing that really matters that's going to stick is peace with this NPC faction. So I'm thinking for right now, what we probably want to do is try to meet other NPC factions, although we had that problem last game where raising one faction's opinion of us hurt everybody else's opinion. So maybe it's a good idea to get one faction fully integrated and then go out and meet another one. I'm not actually sure, but the biggest thing I think we can take away from this is that even if we end up at war with Sashimoto, probably the impact on our reputation from that will be temporary. So it's not the end of the world if we end up having to blow her face clean through the back of her head, which I'm still hoping to be able to avoid, and there was a button I was going to press to work on that, and I forgot. Okay, here we go. Pronouncements, I am going to compliment you. Wait, we can warn her about her things. Sorry, we can warn other players about her things. If we do this, I'm wondering what's going to happen. You can either warn or denounce a player only once for each individual Casus Belli that you currently hold against them. And this would lower other people's opinions of her, but we don't know any other people, so I'm going to assume this wouldn't do anything. It's possible that other players that know about her would be affected by this, even if we don't know them, but I'm not guessing that that's how that worked. I'm gonna compliment you. We're gonna try to be friendly. Pronouncements, I cannot compliment her again this turn. We can do it next turn. Each compliment raises her opinion of us by 100 points, so I'm hoping that we can just push that to a positive place. It is going to mean that it's harder for us to take over the Center for Mental Acuity, but we're a couple of population points away from being able to do that anyway. Okay, you actually already had orders. I don't know why it forgets your wait till the end of the turn orders. Yeah, I'm right-clicking on these because I want to dismiss them. Okay, yes, I know that. Weird UI stuff. You would think that right-click on the notification to dismiss it is like a pretty solved problem, but apparently not. Hey, you can't do that. Oh, what do we want to do here? I mean, we're probably just... Okay, she's yelling at me about trespassing in her domain. You know what? I think maybe we're just done with her. We could declare war with popular support, and I think we may end up doing that. I was not imagining that she was going to move over there, dismiss those guys, and then... Should we? Here, let me see something. Let's remove this. Let's throw that thing on there. And also, you will overcome your dislikes. That's a shame. That would have been a big step toward, like, a pretty lasting piece. Okay, as it is, then we're definitely going to tell her to go to hell. We got ourselves a Paragon Soldier, which is just a crummy Tier 1 unit, but I mean, at this point, bodies are valuable. We can't really be too upset about getting free units of any description. So, I mean, I think we're going to declare then. I was willing to let her have it as part of the cost for peace. But I have a standing military. We have good reason to declare on her. She's fabricating nonsense about us, and yeah, let's do it. Alright, our people are all about this war. This action will reduce your reputation. Yeah, that's true. If we bait her into a war, it'll have less of an impact. I mean, let's do it. You have recently performed an evil action. Whoa, wait a second. Is that referring to the quote-unquote trespassing? If another nation takes land under your feet, you lose 100 reputation? There are some things about this game that seem like nobody thought about them or tested them at all. Like, that's a completely insane way for that to be implemented. Yeah, alright. We are at war. This is actually mine, thank you. Well, sorry. It will soon be mine. In 4 turns, this is mine. That's really bizarre that they would implement that way. Okay, I do like escape module. Thinking about war now. Maybe like Watchman and escape module, both of which seem very good for this unit. We'll just, we'll have a war very early on in the game, and then we'll, our opinion will recover from there. This guy's dead, obviously. Get out of here with that. And I mean, it doesn't look like they have a military over here. Maybe if we blitzkrieg her, we can extract a peace settlement quickly. That would be pretty cool. I remember where all of my units are. So we have our commander's army over here. We have to be a little bit cautious, obviously, but sort of want to be in the middle. It's a little bit of a shame that our empire is as spread out as it is. Do we want to march this army back south to play defense, or do we want to just build new units into this army to provide our southern defense? Because we could probably make a pretty serious push with these 12 units. And actually, like, we could fold in one of the runners and the new soldier that's coming in. This new soldier actually should probably just go south. I made an error by running him this way, I think. Yeah, you know what? Move up to a support position. We'll go reinforce those guys. And you're gonna get some vision here. Okay, so there's a lot of like troops and stuff in this area, but not very many of them belong to Sashimoto. Is this a visit site? Okay. Hey, that's a pretty powerful site, actually. I don't know, we may as well grab this. It puts the site on cooldown, right? So it'll be a little bit more awkward for her to get the buff from it. I think that's worth doing. Especially since that army has no other thing of value that they could be performing at the moment. And here, I think we're taking this, right? Next turn. Stupid melee guards, their legs get all tired. Alright, you get up here, you're my forward scout for this force. So that's just a Paragon army. How are we doing with the Paragon guys? We're just barely in friendship, right? Like it's a... Yeah, it's quite a ways up to the next level. Is there anything that we might want to buy? We could get a soldier at 30, a guard at 40, some combat protocol implants. Wow. 10% increased accuracy and critical hit chance, as well as 10% reduction in chance for enemies to hit, and also 20% increased damage. That's a really good mod. I'm a little unclear. When we buy this, do we just get one copy of it, or am I unlocking a design by doing this? I guess we're gonna find out, because that seems like a really good thing to spend influence on. All right, and then back home, maybe this is a good time to build some more units. Maybe we could make one of these mirages. Let me have a look at this unit design. So yeah, we'll just we'll real quickly here kill this other player, and then we'll be nice to everybody after this. So you have adaptive camouflage. Give rough terrain camouflage to all units in its stack. That's interesting. Plus vision range. A hallucination projector. Affected units lose 30% accuracy and all attacks against them are flanking. That's pretty cool. And the defense mode, it grants obscured to all units in a 7-hex area below it. That's a really cool defense mode. And then like very basic psionic attack, air to air, of course, doing bonus damage. Yeah, mirages seem pretty okay, and they're not actually that fast. It's weird how almost everything has 32 move. I would expect a unit like this that's like very clearly supposed to be a scout unit would be a little bit quicker, especially since it can fly. So do we want to build one of those, or am I maybe better off building a sort of a proven military unit? You can never have enough indentured. But also, would this maybe be a good time to bank some energy for all the tactical operations we're going to have to do in a second? You know what? These guys aren't that expensive. Definitely also make me one of these here. Let's try to bolster that southern army as quickly as possible. Speaking of bolstering the south, let's get ourselves some proper defense towers. The AI does not play particularly well around defense towers, it seems like. Yes, the Vanguard are going to have some feelings about us for a little while. Listen, everything's recoverable. And do we need to be prepping any operations here for this purpose? I guess we could prep a deploy monitor, get ourselves a little bit more vision, but we have forward scouts who are stealthy and pretty effective. I think I'm just gonna save the energy. We do need to get some better strategic operations, though. Yeah, that the strength of that dislikes kleptomaniacs thing and the amount of energy that it would take to buy it off really put us in a bad spot with her. So I guess there's your hidden cost to those negative traits. Oh, we have a quest enemy here. Our great monuments and works of art attract a range of enemies. Yeah, monsters made entirely out of crystals hate art. Well, I don't think we can afford to pass this up because influence and favor, both very valuable. Alright, we want this as a sector, a province for Saitul. And you guys need to get back out here. Oh, I have the city selected, not the unit. We are not taking the Devil's Cauldron, right? See, Alsneth is going to expand this way. Maybe we could just take this for Essendar? No, I want this to be Alsneth. I just not right this second. We're not ready for it yet. Okay, we picked up some strategic operations and covert operations that are actually useful. And then we could head towards some more... Ooh, look at this guy. What do you... Can I see your unit card from here? Okay, I can see this. This is almost good enough. So Light Bolt, it's a psionic attack. Of course, these guys are enlightened. I mean, look at the way they're holding their arms. Of course, they're enlightened. like a bunch of little Ricky Bobbies. Okay, good heal. Heal that scales with the number of enlightened units you have in the battle, meaning that like multiple army battles with these guys are really powerful. Celestial Guidance has an elusive tooltip. Target friendly unit comes enlightened and gains plus 20% accuracy. What? That seems very good. Yeah, we can really stack up that damage bonus, so we gotta be smart about applying Soul Burn. I like these guys a lot. I'm thinking maybe we go through Luminance, we pick up the fire punching guys and head through to this other thing. You know how I love my fire punching guys. Alright, sorry, you're supposed to be in the southern settlement. You'll get there eventually. I may have given you some bad orders. Just trying to keep an eye out. Why are there so many Paragon? Oh, because this is a Paragon faction base. This is outside of the computer player's territory. Yep, that will be why. You guys cannot get anywhere near close enough to participate. You know, I'm going to actually have this one fall back and become part of this army. This guy is enough of a forward scout, I think. Let's go over here and grab some vision. These are probably just... Okay, never mind. I was going to say these are probably just, like, neutrals, but no. This is a real enemy force. And she has just enough movement to make it to Penster. Oh no, actually, it looks like she's going to end up one space short. So we could try to take Penster now, while it's weak. And then next turn we'll have defenses and stuff. Should be an easy auto. Obviously this is mine. And if you think it's yours, surprise, you get bad reputation for having believed that for even a moment. Wow, the unit in this space is actually extremely large. Look at the outline there. What is that? That is an Imperial Behemoth submarine. We are not ready for naval combat. Okay. Colony awaits its fate. Let me zoom out here and look at this. Honestly, it's not a very good colony. But raising it would be a serious reputation hit. And I don't think we want to do that, obviously. Migrate the population of this colony to Syndicate. This doesn't actually do anything for us. Yeah, sure, just absorb it. Out of curiosity, how do we negotiate peace? Because we never really did this, right? Let's talk about what negotiating peace looks like. At what point, I'm looking to see if there's is there a war score kind of thing? Basically, is there any sense that she understands how the war is going and will take deals based on whether she is winning or losing? It doesn't look like if that value exists. It's not exposed, at least. I guess we'll see. As we get closer to killing her, we will we'll keep checking in and see if it looks like we can talk her out of continuing with the war. And then that thing that we wanted from the Paragon, that mod, was that 40 or 30? It was 40. Okay, so we'll check on that next turn. So you guys are good for the turn. You guys are good for the turn. You can't move any further in the direction I want you to move. Was I building a guild assassin? I had queued up a guild assassin at some point? Okay, well, I mean, like I said, we gotta bolster the southern force here. We can hit this Cosmite stash once we're powered up, as long as it doesn't look like we're going to get immediately counterpunched. Or maybe, maybe we have a more important goal. Alright, defeat 2 players by capturing their stuff. Worry about that later. I did complete the Warmonger, so good for me, I guess. Oh, that's why I have a guild assassin. I was going to say, I don't think I was building one. Well, he will help with the bolstering. Then over here, do we want to just be building another military unit? Just keep hurling units forward at the problem? We should probably improve the prism peaks. I think I'm going to make it an energy exploitation. Like, the heavy weapons factory being here doesn't actually make us want to bias this toward production. And energy's really important, it turns out. As soon as you As soon as you start making deals with other players or trying to run a big army. I did not click the right thing. That was that was telling the city to just make energy. There we go. Yeah, do that thing. Okay. If I read their movement range right, they should not be able to attack me this turn. If they can attack me this turn, I'm not necessarily in trouble. Like, their units are not very good. We might be able to just weather that, even though we have a little bit of a health disadvantage. Okay, looks like they're not even going to bother. Man, if paying 40 influence to the Paragon is going to permanently unlock that mod, like unlock infinite copies of that mod as a thing that we can install on our people, that's a big deal. That's a very, very good mod. Let's find out. If it only unlocks one copy of the mod, then this seems like kind of a harsh price, but honestly, it's still very good. Alright, so 35 favor until next state. And it didn't... Man, it didn't even really... Like, it didn't give us any confirmation that we had done anything at all, which I don't love. Yeah, it just put it... That's wonderful. What an extremely good mod. I think we can... I sort of wish there was an option, there was a third button here that was just mod all equivalent units in the currently selected army. But I think we do want to pump these guys up. We're not going to be fighting with them this turn. We can afford to take the hit here. Actually, yeah. What I was about to say is maybe we could go get that Cosmite stash and then just hit that other button, but I don't think we're going for the Cosmite stash this turn. Alright, well, we do have to make her feel like she's losing, right? That's an important part of what we're doing here. So let's get on it. I guess we'll just move forward a little bit. I want to keep the two armies together at this point, which means our movement is constrained by that heavy soldier. Alright, got the ability to upgrade our energy developments further. What are the doctrines that we have access to up here? Cooldown for requesting new quests down. Enlightened units deal a bonus 10% damage to non-enlightened units, which, as far as I can tell, is just people who don't have the Celestian thing won't have a way of making their units enlightened, right? So this is a pretty broadly just a 10% damage bonus. Cool in theory, not really the thing we're working toward, though, right? Let's continue through this middle area, though. I think our economy is going to need some love. We should probably grab botanical gardens. Happiness is a wonderful thing. So we built... That should be an energy exploitation, probably. And how well can we group these units up now? Still pretty far away from having a cohesive army over here. But these two guys will make it a whole thing. So I guess we can just send this dude over toward the front. He could be down here as support as well. You know, nothing wrong with a 7-unit army. Just has to be in 2 hexes is all. Yeah, sure. Come down here. You're still part of the crew. So they are in open retreat. Can they fly? No, in fact, and that's her. For some reason, she's running around completely alone. I'm going to try to be in a position where I can keep an eye on them, but I'm also not actually vulnerable to them on land. I'm a little worried about being vulnerable to these ships. In theory, they can't see me. I think it's way more likely their player force would have the detection necessary to see the runner than that these random neutrals would. Definitely upgrade the energy sectors. A little bit more energy and a little bit more space for people to work on energy. I'm not managing our population manually at all, and maybe that's a thing that I should start doing. For the moment, I think we're doing okay here. Specializing is probably right. We'll have to get a handle on the math of when it makes more sense to specialize. And also, you know, you're always, to a certain extent, like, doing math against your time as a player. Like, as a human person, is it worth clicking through these menus? Is the benefit large enough? Especially with me, because there's a little bit of extra responsibility for me, because I'm not just spending my time, I'm spending all of your time as well. And I have met Hatil Uruk. Okay, we gotta get in good with Hatil Uruk. Let's see how he feels about me. We just met. He's a little uncertain. This would be a great time to start building a good relationship. Can I see... Is there a way for me to see how he feels about Sashimoto? I guess probably not, right? His reputation is trustworthy. Okay, so he's being friendly with the NPCs, which is cool. Sashimoto is neutral. I am also a neutral. I'm wondering if we can get him on side. So let's sorry, not negotiate. Let's pronounce a compliment. Hey, I love all of your Empire tasks. Great job on those. Thank you for your kind message. And look at that, positive numbers. Okay, so next turn when we have 10 influence again, we will make another compliment, and we are going to make friends with somebody. Damn it! Could we attack? We could. Well, actually, probably not, right? Because we need to attack from this space. So it is probably the case that we cannot fight them this turn. We don't see any more armies coming up, so I could just have at them here. Like, we could run up, get ready, make them have to run away. I guess I have to be a little bit cautious about, like, moving up on them and then them just running past us and retaking Penster, which I am not a big fan of them doing. So maybe the move here is just get forward a little bit. I guess I'm not... This is neutral territory. It's fine to be out here. Yeah, let's be, like, right there with you guys right behind. Paragon have a faction demand. They would like me to give them 34 energy. I am willing to do this as reputation and also favor. These are both things I am very interested in. Let's get ready to fight this quest army. Because reputation and also favor. I mean, it doesn't look to me... I'm guessing that these are all Paragon armies up here. Yeah. It doesn't look to me like there's a whole lot going on in this area. Can I see that? I cannot quite see that. I mean, I know it's hers, but I can't get a good read on it. Alright, let's talk about strategic operations. We could prepare the Blessing of Starlight. Seems like maybe a good idea for post this battle. We could Soulfire somebody. Probably you want to Soulfire an army on your turn when you're going to attack them. Blessing of Starlight would leave us with 7 energy, and we have a fair amount of energy income right now. Let's go ahead and prime this. We might want that to be available next turn. And then we might want to leave a couple of these cities on energy production just so that we actually have that 133 value. Or apparently just the one city. The other ones are already doing stuff. Yeah, let's get that 133 income. I think we're gonna need that. Where am I? Saitul. Saitul has been attacked by a force that was not visible to me. Well, I mean, we gotta manual it. You know how this goes. Did we finish? We finished the towers here, right? So we'll be able to do some damage to this this incoming force, and then we can turn our army in this area southward. So what do we actually have? We have an Overseer, 2 Indentured, and a Guild Assassin. Alright, well, it's not exactly rocket science then. Probably this is the turn to load the breach round. I mean, do I think I'm going to be able to shoot them easily next turn? I guess the question is, how fast do I think they're going to approach us? Let's go ahead and load the breach round. My guess is that we are not, in fact, going to get to do much shooting on this coming round, but let's be ready to be pleasantly surprised. I guess I'm going to go into Overwatch. I didn't really need to manually face, because the Overwatch move is going to face them for us. Okay, and this guy can just hang out over here. Oh, sorry, defense mode. Okay, so what? I can't even look at the menu of tacticals yet. That's annoying. I get, like, you should be able to see that whether or not you're able to launch one, because it's useful for planning, right? Alright, they got some golems, which we are very familiar with, some bikes, which we are very familiar with, and then a couple of flying units. I don't know that hero's vehicle, and I don't think we know that other quadcopter unit. Okay, so let's have a quick look at these guys. Oh, they did move in range of the suppressor towers for us. I appreciate that. Towers are a real good investment. Alright, what's your deal? A Doomstar gunship. That's pretty cool. That's a good name for a thing. Alright, he's got some good mods, it looks like. Nanite injectors. A free action that increases all damage resistance and heals. That, man, that is good. 10% accuracy and crit chance, and makes the unit integrated. And okay. They have a missile. Okay, it's a short range missile though. It's not one of those 2 to 9 range. So they will have to come within range of us to do the thing. I think this might be... Yeah, they're all on their defense modes and stuff. This might be a turn where we just put everybody in Overwatch. Make them move into us while not in defense mode. I guess you don't get to do anything here. So do we want to launch a tactical operation yet? We are pretty low on energy. Soulburn and Stagger. I don't think this is the turn for that, but I think there is a turn for this. Maybe it is right now. Because if we did it right, like right here, it would hit all of these guys, right? Stagger them so on this turn where they're planning to charge us, they have fewer actions. Getting them soulburned, I think, doesn't actually do anything yet, because none of our units count as enlightened, right? These are the only ones that I could see maybe having enlightened by default, and no, they don't. That would be over half of our energy right there. We can, of course, make the diversion projector. This is not maybe a great turn for it. Although, blinding these two is something. Of course, we have Cleansing Light and Arc Discharge. Arc Discharge does have high impact. If we were to do an Arc Discharge, like right here, we hit 3 units so that it doesn't do very much damage. But it is awkward for them, which is maybe a good enough reason to do it. No. Am I misremembering what high impact does? Doesn't that... They might have stagger resistance. In fact... Great, it doesn't have a page. In fact, I think we know the golems have stagger resistance. Well, whatever. Stacking up the damage is still good. So, they're going to... They all have the nanite injectors, so they're all going to heal to full and become resistant to damage for free. Man, what an extremely good mod. What a, like, definitely shouldn't exist. The mods are really powerful. It's kind of remarkable. Like, there's so many different kinds of units in the game, but I think what I'm learning is that the units are kind of nothing. Like, the mods are a way more important part of combat than the units are. Alright, towers. Yep, that's cool. He's completely in the open, but just miss all of your attacks. and no broken mind at all. Every part of everything we do didn't work there. How are we going to do any damage at all here? Like, we gotta kill something, right? The point of this exercise is getting some kills so that it's easier for us to retake. But it looks like we're just not... Man. That's a huge number of accuracy reductions right there. So that unit is functionally invulnerable. I'm thinking maybe if we move over here, we take the yellow shots on that bike, and then we have the Overseer come over and refresh this guy's action points. Just trying to figure out like how we do any lasting damage. And I think that's got to be it. Ah, man. The huge amount of damage reduction that they have is a real problem. There's nowhere that we are going to be able to get a green quality shot. Also, I might go so far as to say that this guy is objectively not in cover against this. The way this game draws sight lines and employs cover is very silly. How far can you run and do your thing? Oh, not even this far. Actually, he's only going to be able to refresh this guy's actions. I don't think we're going to get to kill anything. I think we're going to do none kills here. Yeah, the fact that all of their units effectively ignore all damage taken on the first turn and then also have a bunch of damage reduction is going to make this this small weak force unable to pick anybody off, which is a real shame. So you guys, I guess the best thing we could do here is an arc power blast. Single larger hit, still cut in half by the amount of reduction they have. We could get lucky and hit with both of these and it would be more damage. There's not really any sense in taking cover because they're just going to roll up and we do not have anywhere near the number of accuracy reducing effects that they have. Like they're going to get the hit they want. We can work on this golem, but like these things are so tough. It's not. It feels like it's not even worth doing. Like he's going to repair off that damage pretty quickly. So the question is, do we try to find a way to get on? Does the cerebral override does not provide any additional accuracy, right? Yeah, it makes this guy temporarily invulnerable, which is a big deal. But it's not going to make me able to hit stuff. So maybe what we do is step forward, because cover doesn't matter. He's going to take a huge amount of damage, and he's going to be invulnerable. He's going to be unkillable. If we knock this thing out of the sky, they have to pay to re-equip it, I think. I don't... This is the place where we're most likely to be able to do some damage, but I think this is largely irrelevant, because they just re-equip the mod. I'm sure they're rolling in resources. Yeah, I guess just shoot one of the golems. And then you move to the cover position. We're gonna do everything in our power to give ourselves some chance of survival. Hopefully we will do enough damage here that he will not be able to just completely heal it all off. And then, yeah, you just, unfortunately, you just don't have much of a shot. When I move to here, I am no longer... This guy is exactly as in cover against this space as he was against this space. Take this. 6 entire damage. And I think we maybe don't even bother with any more operations, because I think at this point... they're not worth the power. No, he tacticaled me in the face. This thing where you can just make a unit unable to die is very annoying for the enemies, especially like when Really? That's half cover. Come on, man. Like, try a little bit. We do not get to do multiple shots here, because I'll be killed after the first shot. And I can't... If I try to move away, I will also be killed. But we can get one shot off. Okay, I did 6 damage. That's something. I think that was the best we were going to get out of that particular turn. I mean, the good news is they only have... I'm not actually sure how unit regeneration works in this game, if it happens at the end of the turn or at the beginning of the turn. It's possible. If it's at the beginning of the turn, it's possible that the damage we did there is all going to be present for this battle, which we are absolutely going for. Okay, so you can't quite get in range. We definitely want to visit this, right? Yeah, two to all resistances. Apparently, pretty powerful type of bonus. So if I move to here, 6, 6, 8, and then 6. I'm trying to make sure that putting this guy in this army isn't going to completely kill its movement. Alright, and then you just need to get down to this space. And we attack this guy. It is a little bit frustrating that they're going to get colony militia, considering that they just killed my colony militia. There's like definitely no militia alive in that space. And this is the kind of time when you would want to do a Soulfire, except we don't have enough points to run the Soulfire right now. That's fine. So they have a pretty significant power advantage here. And they all have those mods, so they're just going to do that mod thing again. But we don't really have a choice. Yeah. Like, it's kill these guys now or, like, lose. Like, lose. Like, lose forever. See, they probably should not have the towers that they destroyed. Is the fact that this tower... Nope, this tower is totally functional. I guess they just brought their own towers with them to put up in the space behind... It is as though this city was always there. It's the fact that they just took it hasn't affected the battlefield at all, which is not good. How do we want to do this? I really like that tactic that we've used a couple times now of like attacking to one side to reduce the effectiveness of the towers on our push. But I think maybe it's this side now because that'll draw their units out of the walls. It doesn't really help us to go out there and fight on their terms. It looks like... Yeah, it looks like they maybe didn't get any regen. The one golem here is pretty damaged, like the little bit of damage is still on that bike. So that's good for us. We really just don't want to move forward, though. And we don't really want to even... Yeah, I think we just stay over here. I don't want to run these guys too far to the side because I want to move my whole army at once. That said, the melee troops should probably get somewhere. Try to stay out of tower range, though. Okay, so this is totally safe. Trying to remember. The motion suppressor is cool. The disrupting hack is actually going to be totally relevant against their force. Their force is entirely mechanical. Yeah, I think we just do this. You know what, you being in cover doesn't help anybody. You're already not going to get attacked. And if they want to come out here and fight us outside of the range of the towers, I am 100% down with that. Oh, I'm super down with it if they want to only bring a little bit of their army out here. In fact, we should maybe not move anymore. Just really let them come to us. I guess since they're not, it looks like they have no intention of shooting at us, we may as well just stand in the open over here. Right, you guys are the limiting factor in our forward motion. Yeah, I think maybe we're done now. We could do a better arc discharge. They're really grouped up. It's a shame Spirit Flash doesn't do any damage, because they're really grouped up. But yeah, I don't think we want to do any of this stuff either. I think we're just done. Oh man, yeah, if we can get them to use their injectors and we can just wait out the defense bonus, that's probably really good for us. Was it 3 turns? Oh, no, it was 3 points of resistance for 2 turns? It looks like they're coming forward. They're thinking about fighting us. This is terrible, tactically speaking. Yeah, 2 turns. So I'm assuming that was the first turn? I mean, it still shows as having 2 turns on the duration. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out how much we need to move this turn. You guys should definitely get around here. The melee troops are not in a great position to actually do anything. Yeah, like, we really do just want to fall back, right? I don't have any interest in engaging with them while they're all pumped up on their drugs. So I guess that's what we do. We just, like, really fall back. If we can wait out the buff they shouldn't have used, that puts us... If we can wait out the buff they shouldn't have used while simultaneously dragging them away from the towers, that puts us at a massive advantage relative to where I thought we were going to be in this battle. Don't want to move the bike too far away because I definitely want it to be able to move in. I guess because it only has the single action point attack, it's less important that it be close. It just has to get kind of near the enemies. Yeah, I kind of can't believe they're willing to do this. It's like a really obviously, objectively, tactically wrong play. So this could be a good turn to Spirit Flash them. Just thinking that staggering them back a little bit is probably a good idea. Although, high impact stagger is not actually going to work on the golems. Do you have stagger resistance? You do. Okay, you have it. You also have it. And of course the golems do. So all of their units are... Does this thing affect stagger resistance? It says damage channels. So they're getting the stagger resistance from one of the pieces of armor? No, just all of their units always have stagger resistance. So what is the most appropriate way to do the thing we're trying to do here? I'm not allowed to back up one more step, which is a shame, because this right here, being able to look around that way, is really where I want to be. Yeah, the fact that none of their units can be staggered really sucks. So we could run forward and do no damage because they still have their massive resistances. This is probably the disrupting hack turn, I guess. They grouped up pretty tightly here. So let's see, we move you up into full cover. It has a 5 space range. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, I'm counting that correctly. So we can move the bike up into this position, spit out a pretty hard disrupting hack. Hopefully with a high enough chance to work. Okay, that's high. It can be air or ground, but not both, which is a real shame. What do I care most about? I guess the close bikes I care about more than this further back bike. Alright, so they now are all compromised. Lose 1 level of stagger resistance, and their arc resistance is reduced, and now we hit them with the big thing, right? Oh, this guy is excused from the area of effect. That's a shame. There's no way to also hit that golem over there. You can't ground target it. Unfortunately, it has to be targeted on a unit. Okay, there we go. So we leech some action points out of some of them. And then the question is, do we just start attacking? Because, like, it's still going to be the case that our damage is really bad here, right? But they're going to lose their resistances at the beginning of their turn. So probably the smart move here is get Overwatches up. But I'm not really sure how best to position for that. And of course, the unfortunate thing about doing this via Overwatch is that we will not be able to focus our targets the way we would like. I think you guys are probably just going to go into defense mode. There's no sense in you acting. The same might be true of these guys, but I might move them forward first. Just to try to draw enemy fire to the side. And also to represent a better flanking threat. Yeah, the resistance is so powerful because of the fact that the damage model is all based on multiple packets of small amounts of damage, that I think we do have to wait until they are no longer mega resistant. Just to say, we have to Overwatch. So I like this abbreviated Overwatch or the Overwatch that I'll get by moving sideways. I think I like this one better. Yeah. This is good enough. And then you probably do actually want to move over and take that other position. And get that golem as he's coming in. Alright. Yep, that push out of cover move is pretty good. Okay, wow, I'm really surprised at the number of attacks that we were able to absorb there. Oh, we almost killed him. Good pulse rifle. Alright, let's pop some enemies. So these guys obviously have to get removed pretty quickly, because we need to be able to get our bike out of there. I do not love having to fight the golems first, because they do have a ton of armor. Is he low enough that a chain lightning would get him out of there? He is. Okay, I think that's the way we wanted to do that. And then we do have motion suppressor. We could take this golem out of the fight, which is maybe a good move. Okay, it's just the health bar for the tower. Remember, we don't have to fight the towers if we kill all the other enemies. It's starting to look like that's pretty unlikely, but we've got a better situation for it now than we have at any point in the past have had. Right, your units is the only tactics game that I... this is the first tactics game I played in a long time where your units can't move through your units. And I keep forgetting that it's going to be a problem. We could move up and drop a grenade right there. The stagger will actually work on the bike, but it's not going to do all that much damage. It might be the right move, though. 3 hexes. Yeah, this totally works. Unfortunately, as it is, we just like don't have good shots. How much damage did we do to that cover? Okay, it's pretty fortified. It's a really fortified blanket over some barrels. It doesn't really help me to shield charge this guy, but like... Also, what else am I going to do? If I move over here, he's just going to kill me. But unfortunately, I have so little movement that I'm not going to be able to attack anybody else. If I just sit here, I'm dead. I guess we do the shield charge. This is the only thing that is going to help. But it feels pretty bad. Doesn't really matter which side we end up on here. Yeah, just move to there, shield charge this dude. Why can you not? Okay, I can do my normal melee attack. I have an action point. Oh, can only target light units. Okay, well then just do this. Okay, hold on a second. Why did I get melee attacked there? Because I know melee Overwatch triggers on melee attacks when you graze or miss, but we didn't. Yeah, he has improved Overwatch of some kind. He was not in... Was he in his... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he's in his defense mode. That doesn't affect this. Yeah, I don't know. It actually... None of this stuff does the thing that happened. We just got attacked on our melee attack in a way that does not match up with my understanding of the rules. Okay, well, I guess we'll figure it out some other time. The Sci-Tech emitter... It does good damage. We can definitely get a flank on these bikes. They've done a great job of standing in such a way that I can't use the splash to hit anything additional. And like we still have that flying unit to worry about. This is bad. We're in the bad place here. All right, I think we gotta get some damage in. Okay, that was pretty good. And these guys don't really get to do anything. Oh yeah? That's kind of a weird, like... I would think that if you do a pushback thing and you can't push back the target, that it just doesn't happen, instead of it pushes the target weirdly sideways. Or, you know, in whatever direction you want. So, the golem's gonna be tough to kill. We could probably... If we get our people out of the corner, we can probably kill the bikes. But it doesn't really matter. And we have to weaken this force as much as we can. If we are thinking that we cannot win the battle, we still have to do as much damage as possible. Do I have enough? I do totally have enough energy for another arc discharge. So we kill one of the bikes, we do that. And even if we did hit it, it wouldn't be enough for it to matter. That is crummy. We could maybe shoot her out of the sky, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that it doesn't have any lasting effect. Maybe hit that bike, but they have a lot of health. We were getting to the point where we were going to start being able to really improve our units, but we were not quite there yet. Maybe the right play is to just shoot the golem. Maybe we can stack up. No, there's no way. They even have arc weakness. It's just like, it's just not doing enough damage. Why am I losing 8 damage against a unit that has arc weakness? Hey, that's a question. He doesn't actually have any buffs that make it... He's in his defense mode, right? Yeah. Still, though, the math on that is not quite right. I don't think we're going to be able to kill the bike. It's behind cover that is effective enough. We'd have to stack up an awful lot of damage on this golem to kill it. But it hits super hard, and if we could kill a unit, the golem's a pretty good unit to kill. It's just that I'm not convinced we're going to be able to kill it. Oh, actually, we have a better shot from back here than I thought we did. I thought, because we weren't able to shoot it from here, I thought we also wouldn't be able to shoot it from here. But apparently I am not correct about that. Alright, sadly we are out of attack points. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter much. We might actually die this turn. Okay, well we can probably kill another bike then. Oh man, we're close. No, there's no spot we can stand. Oh, never mind. No, he totally did die. You know what? His destroyed model doesn't look all that different from his normal model. And then realistically, this is the only thing you can do that will do anything at all. So shoot that guy, and then we are dead. We did okay against this army, sort of okay. And we had to go for a pretty low percentage move here. We had to go for a pretty low percentage battle. I mean, to try to prevent them from just walking through the rest of our forces. And I think we've done that. They're going to need reinforcements before they can push the next settlement. We are also going to need to build a lot more military units, like in a real hurry. Let's get a couple of indentured out. I mean, we may as well queue up multiples, I guess. It's not really a lot of benefit to queuing up multiples. Okay, so we're base racing a little bit. We do have our Blessing of Starlight, which I totally would have used if our army had survived there. The Blessing of Starlight is now a very sort of northern-focused thing. Move you back. So this is going to be... That's their commander back there. Nope, where did she go? Maybe this is her? Oh no, they just folded her into this army. We cannot attack them. They're doing a really good job of preventing us from getting close enough to them to attack, but what we can do is just pressure this settlement instead. Keep the force together. Okay. So, I think we've slowed down their southern force. We probably have made this quest undoable, which is a bummer. We've slowed down their southern force a little bit. The capital has defense towers, and it does not have even the first level of military infrastructure. So no, it doesn't have defense towers yet. Because I didn't think it was going to be an issue yet. You know what? Maybe we got to do that instead then. Get that done, and then get this done, and we'll see how things feel after that. But we can make it hard for them to take any more land from us. I think we got to do that. We also probably need to purchase units. What is the cheapest unit that we have access to from the Paragon? Is it 30? It is, in fact, 30. And it's a pretty bad unit, but it does have a gun. And at this point, I think that's the line for us, is can it shoot? If it can shoot, it's good enough. Okay, no, that's a quest army for somebody else. Well, yeah, I feel pretty confident we're gonna do some good work up here. Okay, I don't need to know that, but it won't let me dismiss the thing. All right, people are doing stuff. We have the Blessing of Starlight, which we are totally ready to use. And we may just win this war by taking her capital and killing her personally, and that'll make the thing that's happening in the south a little bit less relevant. He's gotten into the water in an attempt to prevent me from attacking her. Okay, energy siphon successful. Pretty irrelevant, I think. We can auto that. I don't think we're in any danger there. So this is mine. Is this her capital over here? Is it easy for me to tell where her capital is? I guess not. And leaving this army alive in our backfield to, like, go and retake things really sucks. I would like to kill them, but I don't think that we actually have the option of doing so. Also, the terrain over here really sucks. It's going to be a pain to get over it, and then it's going to be a pain to get back when she starts actually doing things. Well, nothing for it. I mean, I guess, like, we just can't push this way. We took this, and now we're going to have to fall back, probably. Yeah, I don't love that, but I think it is the way of things. Just keep an eye on what's going on over here. Can we see? We cannot see their army. Oh no, we can see their army. They are moving forward. I mean, they can't possibly take anything, right? 500 militia power, like that's more than enough to hold them back. I hope. Let's see what they do. Maybe they have more backup coming. So next turn we'll be able to purchase a soldier. Like, we're gonna have to get like basic defenses for all of Essendar's stuff up, and then we can we have a message. I don't know that we can actually take this on right now. I can't do this. Sorry. You are not recruitable right now, but wait a minute. Stay there. We're gonna need you, and I think we're definitely gonna spend the resources. Where did that? Okay, they're sailing that way. Actually, that's interesting. I expected them to come in behind us. In that case, maybe we do want to push forward. It'd be cool to intercept them. Where can we get you to? Not far enough forward to see what that is. I'm very curious about that army. Colony militia power here is 480. It looks like they haven't really built defenses, which obviously bodes pretty well for us. Is this, can we, by just mousing over this, we do not get to tell which colony it's connected to. Like, I would love to engage this army in a battle, if we could. Obviously, it would be a massive victory for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and push forward. Since it looks like she has no interest in threatening our backfield, let's just continue taking things from her. What have we left behind here? It's just a sector base. We Would just burn it, I guess, to prevent her from retaking it. Because I don't really have any interest in taking it I don't have any interest in defending it. And if she falls back, if she goes after it, I guess we moved probably a little bit too far forward to hit her for doing so. Maybe we do just burn it down. Yeah. That doesn't help us. A little bit of scorched earth here. So let's see what she does. Oh. She can see that unit. She sure hasn't been acting like she could see it. I guess like it just dies. There's not really anything we can do here. Let's see something. Hold on. I'm curious if there's a way to run away. So somebody suggested, like a long time ago in a comment, that maybe if your unit could survive for a while, it would be allowed to run. So let's see about that. This should be a very simple battle. We're certainly not going to spend any energy or attack points or anything. Oh, there are escape zones on the map. And I'm quite fast because I can fly. Am I allowed to escape? I am not allowed to escape. Okay. What if we survive for a few turns? Okay, they're popping buffs and stuff because they're bored. I get that. I'd be bored too. No, still not allowed to run? What about from these ones? Maybe I can escape through these ones. Looks like maybe that thing I was told was speculation. Does seem like a little silly that the runner cannot escape from this attack, given too many turns since the unit was damaged. Okay. Hey, that totally does work. That's cool. That's embarrassing for you. Alright, so they had another army of golems just waiting nearby. This is why she's just been hanging out. She was waiting for reinforcements, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely welcome to the team. Alright, they are pushing forward with bike, copter, and 2 golems against 500 militia power with towers. So, like, the question is, do we have her run forward and play defense? Do I think she can help enough to make that a winning battle? Because if she can, she needs to get up there, right? Oh, interesting. She is she's an overseer. That's actually pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing for a hero to be for us. I think probably we let her stay back for the moment because I want to build her some indentured, right? What does she have? Devour Hope. So fill a unit with despair and heal yourself. That seems pretty alright. Out of curiosity, we could replace her weapon. But if I do that, does she... I'm not sure if her imposed discipline is because of anything about her, or if it's because she has the staff. It doesn't say that it does that. And it's a pretty bad weapon overall. I'd much rather have the crystal shotgun. Okay, she does not lose her ability to impose discipline. That's about her, not about her having the discipline stick. A displacement system seems like a good idea. Maybe we give her some exploitative targeting. Shotgun with flanker seems pretty alright. And then we can make her enlightened. I do like this thing. So all this does is give enlightened. And I mean the stagger resistance. This gives us the ability to soul burn enemies, but she has to get hit for it to work. Or we could just give her the combat protocol. Yo, this is an expensive unit, but she's really powerful now. And then as far as secondary equipment goes, I think I'd much rather have an Inferno launcher. Okay, she's pretty good. So now we have some idea what we want to do with her. Probably she's a little bit of a close-up hero, so vitality might not be bad, but she does have a base 60 health as well. Let's give her the escape module, because the escape module seems great. Watchman's not bad. Does she have Overwatch? Not all weapons have Overwatch capability, like you can see with the Overseers. I'm not clear on whether she doesn't have an entry here for Overwatch, so I'm not sure that Watchman actually is going to... Gains Overwatch on all primary ranged attacks. I've been taking that to mean goes into Overwatch after doing the attacks, because, it's a high-level skill. It could be powerful. I guess let's see. Let's see if that's right. I don't know if we want to pick that up. Shield battery... Oh, yeah. Buff to the toughness of all the units in the army seems great. Non-mindless units adjacent to this unit. We're hoping that's not going to happen very much. But I guess if something gets adjacent to her, we do want it to die quickly, so maybe that's worth taking. Strategic operations support actually might be a good idea, because we have some units that we know, or some operations that we do want to fire at things that we're about to attack. And it's pretty cheap as far as skills go. And then we can pick up some of the basic stuff. Infantry commander is going to be good for her. Do I want to pick up a level of vitality? She already has 60 health and 5 armor. So maybe not. Maybe get like Deadeye and range specialist. Okay, I think she's pretty powerful and badass. And we're going to not have her run forward to defend the industrial plant. We'll let these guys slam into the industrial plant army, hopefully get worn down a little bit, and then we're going to have Essendar just build us some units here. She's going to build up a pushback army. We can retake Saitul. It is still claimable. Ataluruk has sent us a message. Soon I must be at war with you. You leave me no choice. He even called me my friend. Do I even know where this guy is? So it seems like the AI is just very ornery all the time, which is a real shame, man. Because I would love to have a friend. My reputation's not bad. His opinion of me is positive. He's quote unquote trustworthy, and yet. Well, I mean, there's nothing for it, I guess. Hold on, let's, he's not going to take a non-aggression pact. Let's buy a soldier from the Paragon. And then, okay, so we do have 10 left. Let's compliment him again. Let's see if we can reverse his course on this. Look, you really like me. That's the thing, is you really want to be my friend. So how about a non-aggression pact? No, he wants to war me. It does not align with my plans. Boy, and ain't that the case. What if I were to... I mean, he might not value these things at all because of the fact that I don't know that we have any, like, shared border areas. We do not see him, right? Is this him over here? I'm not getting any information, but those are his colors, I think? Yeah, green and black. It does not make any kind of sense for him to declare war on us. He can't benefit from it, and he likes us, and we're reasonably friendly. By 3 dwellings. Okay, I mean we'll get there hopefully. There's unhappiness in Penster, which is a real problem. Can we build... We can build a recreational dome. We don't even have a basic central building here. Honestly, this is a crappy location. I guess we would build a replicator factory. This place is kind of bad at everything. We'll do some of that. Alright, we got ourselves some luminance and Star Presence seems pretty good, but maybe we need to pick something else up. Ooh, Healing Touch. Having a little bit more healing does seem like a good idea. And also, equipping this on a unit makes them enlightened, which has its own benefits. If we lose this game, I think we'll probably go ahead and just try another game with this same faction and tech combo, because I really like this. I'm finding this faction a little bit more satisfying to play in battle. Ooh, the Cosmite Research Center is probably the direction we need to go in here. Like, I like these military units and stuff. Alright, you are vulnerable, so get back here into the defensive position. Into the pocket of safety. Oh, I guess these guys haven't actually taken their turn yet. This is not where the pocket of safety is going to be at the end of the turn. Alright, auto-combat that. Nice, safe, and easy victory. Somehow one of my units almost died. So we will have to be a little bit more cautious from here. Yeah, it's not super clear where their capital is, but this place has 12 population, so that's a place where they have been doing some build-up for some time. If we were going to try to take this over, we would do it by moving along this route. Okay, there we go. Now we're offensive, we're threatening, but we're also in the defensive position. We're in the defensive formation, rather. We really can't afford to do much else this turn. Oh, interesting. Straight to the capital. Not really sure I understand that maneuver. I mean, he's not attacking the capital, right? He's going past. He thinks he wants to attack somewhere else. We should probably stop him. Is my feeling on that. And then we don't have any reason... Well, okay, I was going to say we don't have any reason to believe they have a force down here, but no, they totally do. I don't know what it is, because we have no vision down there, but I'm wondering if we could just kill this guy and immediately move down. We should probably stop here. The episode's getting a little on the long side. But we've suffered some setbacks, but I think we're in an okay position to recover from them, and I think we're in a really good position to make her suffer greater setbacks. I'm really curious, is she going to be able to participate in this battle with her units in the ocean? I don't know, but I think like this battle has to happen, right? This is tremendously important, and this is going to completely inform the face of this military campaign. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching, but come back next time to see what might be a sudden, decisive end to this war. If we kill A.S. Hashimoto herself, I think that might do it, right? That was what we saw last time. It might be that you have to kill the commander and also take their capital. We will learn. We will see what it is when we kill her, because we're totally going to next time, and we'll see you then.